Take a look at this. So this is basically a continuation on from the last video. We are at the base of a river here. You have mines along this side, but you also have mines along the side we're on. Our last couple of videos have been on that side. We found some extremely mineralized veins, quartz veins, sulfide veins. Looked at a couple old mines. And we were about 300 meters past where I'm pointing right there, up that way. So we decided to come over this side, take a look. So you got heavily oxidized schists on this side. There is a small little adit there. There's another one up in the bushes there I can see. And there's no way to actually get here. At least no way that I know of, because around 150 meters that way, there's no way to get around here. So maybe rappelling down or whatever. But what we're going to do is a bit of sampling today. We can actually get down to the river down over here. And then on the way in, we found a nice looking adit up here. So we're going to go sample that and the mine dump. You can see here, looks like a bit of an open cut was blasted right there, and that is just extremely mineralized. Even that over there, it's just like, you can tell how oxidized it is. I can see a vein right there. So we're gonna go down to the water over here and see if we can't see anything in the exposed bedrock. The adit we're gonna look at after is up there. So take a look at this canyon. Look at the rocks. Look at all of the oxidization. Boy, are we going to have a field day here. So you can see, don't know how we would get over there. If you take a look down there too, it almost looks like that's another mine dump right on the water. But look at this hugely mineralized area here. Actually looks like there's almost a road up there. So if you take a look here, this is actually all mineralized. Disseminations of chalcopyrite is what it's looking like primarily. And then maybe a minor amount of pyrite, but it's like literally throughout the entire host rock. So a seemingly barren quartz vein does have a little bit of copper mineralization in there. So look at this, more mineralization. That is Iron sulfides, looking mostly like iron pyrite, but it's all throughout this area right here. Bit more quartz here. Got some copper sulfides there. There's just like oxidization, little veins all over the place. All throughout this canyon. There's a nice big zone over there. Unfortunately, we can't get there. I did see a little bit of a quartz vein down here though. Alright, so it's a little sketchy, but I laid down. There's a quartz vein running in there. And just hammered it open. And this is what I mean by this entire canyon is mineralized. Look at the mineralization in this. That is insane. Copper sulfides. Looks like there's a bit of galena in there. Just a little bit. But look at that. That is crazy. That is some intense mineralization. So, and this is just a small chip from here. There's tons and tons of those veins all over the place. I got a bit more. Broke some of those pieces up a little bit more as well. That's just crazy mineralization. Anyway, we got our sample. Let's find something else. So over there I can see more massive oxidization. Definitely tell there's something there. Right across from there, there's a bit of a working right here. Some dump material in here. It's really loose. Doesn't look like this is very big. Just goes in a meter or two. Nonetheless, we'll take a sample. That looks pretty stable here. So we're just gonna go in and take a quick look. See if we can't see any vein or mineralization. It looks like they were following quartz. A lot of what I see does not appear to have mineralization, but maybe as you go in. Lots of veining there. Goes back about 40 feet. So yeah, they're definitely following quartz. I don't see a lot of mineralization, if any. Oh, what is that? Weird. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything back there. There's a little bit of mineralization here at the entrance, but not a lot. So there's lots of quartz, but as you can see, everything is just barren, so they must have been doing this for a test in the hopes of finding something. Check out the mine dump a little bit, but based on the amount of mineralization in the adit, I'm not gonna get my hopes up. So we just came across all these 4-inch pipe casing things here. A hole filled with water. And over here is a giant shaft. Let's get a better look. Okay, so supposedly what they did is they were getting water flow coming into the entrance of the adit over here. So what they did is dam that off and they sunk a shaft. And here it is. So there's several hundred meters of workings from what I can tell and reading up on it. I don't want to get too close because that's a long fall. So it looks like there's a lot of slough material here, and then the shaft starts right here and goes straight down. There's a bunch of cross cuts and everything. So I just thought I'd show, before we end the video, some samples that we pulled out from a couple of the showings along the creek. Mostly copper sulfides. They did get a little bit wet, so it's a bit difficult to see, but this one here is an interesting one. You have some galena in there with your copper sulfides. More there. So some really nice looking samples from a couple small showings. And that's it. All right, so that's it. Oh, that was a long, steep hike in every direction we went in that canyon. We found a couple workings. A couple we're gonna have to check out at a later date, including their mine dumps. So there's quite a bit of workings here to see, but there's also quite a bit that's left behind and could possibly be worked. Some of the grades and some of the samples we pulled out look like they're going to be very nice, so we'll be back for sure. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. We got a bit of a walk back, so we'll see you guys next time. Take care.